guys, welcome back to the Pretty Little Book Nerds podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Genevieve,
I'm Danielle.
and we are talking about our very first Emily Henry book for the podcast, Funny Story.
Yes.
Um, I had picked this up like almost a year ago now. When I was this is a nice plug for another series I do on here. Um, when I was in Texas, I believe, or oh my God, Valentine. I've been gone for 4 days, so my cats are very attached. But yeah, I picked it up in like either Arkansas or Texas last year. Because everybody had been saying like, oh, it's an Emily Henry book, but it has New Girl vibes.
Yeah, I didn't get that at all.
I didn't really get it either. But it was still a good book. Like,
Yeah, I think the main character, Daphne, like she was a little goofy, but I guess some of the things she said was kind of like things that Jess would say on New Girl, but still, it wasn't
yeah,
very much.
it was no. And I guess maybe like the connection they're making with the male main character is the fact that like Nick on New Girl works in a bar, this guy works at a winery. So I guess that's maybe the connection they're
Yeah,
making.
but
But
he's
that's
like,
a loose connection.
yeah. So the two main characters, Daphne and Miles.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So Daphne is engaged to Peter and lives in Peter's house, which they had bought together, but Peter didn't put her name
The
on
paperwork.
the house. Yeah. And then Peter has a childhood friend, oh my God, named Petra, and they swore up and down like nothing's going on between them and they're just friends. Well, one day, I guess a couple months before Peter and Daphne's wedding, Peter comes home and is like called off the engagement and the wedding and is like running away with Petra for a week so that Daphne can move out.
Yeah.
So Petra's, were they engaged to Miles?
No, I think they were
What,
just
just dating and living together. So Petra broke up with her boyfriend Miles, and Miles and Daphne end up seeing each other somewhere. And Miles now has like a room available in his apartment, so Daphne moves in. Um, and they start fake dating and then fall in love.
yeah, the fake dating. I actually did kind of like that. Like I know it's a very like kind of stereotypical trope of romance books.
I mean, but they're all like, that's why they're tropes. Like they're all used multiple times and stuff.
The way of them like that, because basically what happens is they get drunk at like this bar, and when they come back, they decide to RSVP to
Oh, right.
Peter and Petra's wedding.
Because for some reason they're invited because Petra has a thing about like she wants everybody to like her
Yeah.
and it's annoying. So they RSVP that they're
So
going.
then Peter calls Daphne and is like, you don't actually have to come. Like, it was just a courtesy. Uh,
Mhm.
and she's like, well, I am gonna come, and I don't even need a plus one because my plus one is invited. And like digs herself into this hole basically. And I did enjoy that. Um,
Mhm.
'Cause I just thought that that was really funny. Um,
Oh, because we should say Petra and Peter are now, yeah,
yeah,
getting married like a few months later.
yeah.
um,
And there's a lot of like bumping into each other and stuff that like happens.
Yeah, because it's kind of a smallish town.
Mhm.
Um, and so Daphne doesn't really have any friends. She realizes, oh my God, sorry, hang on. I'm gonna text Audrey to feed the cats because they're driving me crazy.
I'm distracted by Mouse because Mouse, you know that little window by the stairs to go upstairs?
Yeah.
Yeah, she keeps getting on her hind legs, I think because she wants to like jump up into that window, but then she's just standing on her back legs with like her paws up. And it just like I've never seen her do that before. So we also
Um,
flea treated them and now they're itching. I feel like they're allergic to the flea medication. This is a tan off topic tangent here. But yeah, anytime we like medicate them, like do the flea treatment stuff, then afterwards they start itching.
I feel like because maybe it dries or something.
I don't know. It's been like a week. I don't know.
I don't
Whatever.
know.
But
So small
like
town. Oh, Daphne doesn't have any friends, and she realizes like the friends she had were through Peter.
mhm.
Um, and they were all his friends, and she just went along with everything and did everything that he wanted to do and didn't really see this town. So she's kind of going back and forth of if she's going to leave or stay, which at the beginning she's definitely going to leave, but she has a library job. Do you see? I have it blurred in there. Oh my
I'm too sleep deprived for this. Your bodies of your cats just fighting in the background.
God.
All right, it got me. Okay.
No, I was watching it too. Um, she has she works in a library and is putting on this event to get kids to read or something in however many days, or it's like 6 months down the line, I think. Um, so the whole book is like a countdown till that six that day. I don't know. Um, and then so Miles and her are fake dating, and he comes up with a plan that like every Sunday he's gonna show her something new of like the town or surrounding area and stuff. So then she really falls in love with the place and realizes, like, oh, this is actually my home and not connected to Peter.
Yeah, and she ends up becoming friends with one of the people, actually with a couple of the people that she works with in
Yeah.
and they have these like secretive poker nights.
Yeah.
Um, and I enjoyed those scenes a lot. Yeah, I
I
just
did too. I liked the friends.
mhm. Yeah, and that whole kind of like self-realization thing that she has where like because of course it's a romance. So at some point in the book, her and Miles are like, "Oh, we do actually have feelings for each other." And they kind of get like wrapped up in each other for a little bit. And when she has that realization of like, "Oh my God, I did it again. Like this guy said he had feelings for me and I get roped into this relationship and then forget about my friends and the people around me and all that and like because she forgot her friend's birthday and she had promised to like go over and help her paint her house.
Hmm.
And and like that self-realization, I really appreciated that because I feel like a lot of times in romance books, they don't really have that. It's just like, oh, whirlwind, love of my life.
Yeah, Emily Henry does a good job with that.
Yeah. So
Um,
I really appreciated that. And then of course, you know, her kind of breaking into her friend's house to then paint the bedroom. Which I was like, that's totally something I would do. I'd be like, hey guys, keep her away from her house. I'm gonna sneak in and start painting to make up for it. Like that's absolutely what I would do. So I totally get that.
and this book goes like beyond the romance, which Emily Henry does, but like Miles and Daphne have like family issues too with their parents. Um, I forgot exactly what they were because I think the other book I was reading also had stuff like that.
I remember it a little bit, because Daphne, like, she's really close with her mom. Her mom raised her like a
Right.
mom, basically. And then whenever her dad comes around, he's like, because he shows up in this book even with like this new girlfriend, and he's super wrapped up in her, and like he kind of just acts like there wasn't
Nothing's wrong.
when he wasn't, yeah, when he wasn't there and all this stuff. And then with Miles, he has a situation with, because it's him and his sister. They had kind of a difficult relationship with their mom in the sense that like nothing was ever really good enough for her. They were always doing something wrong or not living up to expectations that she had, and so so she kind of made life difficult for them, and constantly made them feel bad about themselves, um and yeah, that's kind of how I remember it. I don't, like I said, I don't remember like 100% because
Yeah.
his family stuff isn't as ingrained in the storyline as Daphne's family stuff is, because like she's the narrator, she's the main character, so of course like her stuff is going to be a bit more on the
Yeah.
front.
I like the sister a lot when she came
Yeah.
in
I do like the sister.
too. Oh, and I want to add, so Peter always thought Miles was like a loser and was like kind of job hopping and stuff and wasn't good enough for Petra. And it turns out like everything that Peter said to Daphne about Miles was completely wrong.
Yeah, because like
Um,
he's like an established winery owner.
he doesn't own it, but
He
he
doesn't
is like the bartender and he's like the head
hmm
person there, like I guess kind of runs it for the owner. And then he does something else too. I forgot what. Oh, he like oh so there's other people in the town who do like somebody farms vegetables and somebody does like makes jams or something. So he goes around to all these people and like supports them and incorporates that into like the menu for the bar
hmm
too. So he has like all these friends and people who love him.
Yeah. And of course Peter was never going to see it that way because like honestly, like
He
even
was
with,
pretty shallow.
yeah. But also, like, even with how things have changed, I feel like the one thing that societally hasn't changed is like big business people, kind of like what Peter's supposed to be, where he's, like supposed to kind of be better than everyone else and have this like super important job or whatever. Like, as soon as they hear like somebody that's like smokes pot or something, they're automatically like, that person's a deadbeat. And
Oh
that's
yeah.
kind of the vibe that I got from this book as well, where he was like, "Oh, the guy smokes weed, so he must just suck." And Mouse, what are you doing? Get down. Um, she's
Yeah.
the one that works on. Um, but yeah, so it was, yeah, I felt like for especially for a romance, there were a lot of like layers. Um, and you said like Emily Henry tends to do that, but like yeah, I feel like with a lot of other romances, it really is just like, oh, they get into this relationship, and once it becomes real, then like nothing else matters. And the fact that with this book, like, it was like, no, there's still life going on.
Yeah, you described it like very well with the layers because other romance books are more like love and fuzzy and
Yeah,
stuff.
it honestly, like, kind of gave me the same feeling of like what a lot of queer romance books are like,
Mm.
because there is that, usually that heavier subject matter in queer romances of like, people don't, not everybody supports this. And so like there's usually a lot of character development around that. Usually one of them is a lot more outspoken about it, one of them's maybe a little more timid about it or something like that. And they're trying to deal with like the societal aspect of it, and then their friends, and then their family, and like all that. And so to see that in a straight romance was actually kind of interesting to me because I hadn't really seen it seen it laid out in a similar way for
Yeah.
straight people. Just to like put it frankly.
This is the first Emily Henry book you read, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I almost picked up another one at Books a Million this weekend, but I grabbed other books instead.
Oh. So I gave it 4 stars just because I liked the book and but I was comparing it to like Book Lovers and Beach Read, which those two are my favorites. So those I gave 5 stars. So that's the only reason why I gave it 4. Um,
I gave it 3 stars.
mhm.
And I forgot what I said about it. Because I did really enjoy it, and I struggle with like rating because sometimes I feel like 3 or lower, it means you must have hated it. And I don't think that's always the case. It's just sometimes it's not as impactful, maybe, or like as special to you if it's under 3 stars. I don't know. Like a lot of booktubers that I watch talk about that too, of like, feeling almost feeling guilty if you rate it like 3 or less.
So I'll rate something like 3 stars, but it's like I take into consideration other things, like if it was well written or like the plot was good and I like the characters.
Mhm.
But I definitely like if I liked it, but I'm never going to read it again, that might be like 3 stars.
Yeah. So what I said is I thoroughly enjoyed this book. The comedic elements were really what drew me in every time. The intense and honest conversation about difficult parental dynamics was quite refreshing when most books base their trauma on past romantic relationships. I did mean to mention something about that and I completely forgot. Um, I honestly struggled between a 3 star and a 4 star rating because it was a very fun read, but it did at times become somewhat bland and boring. I think any contemporary romance reader will enjoy this book if they read it themselves. And what I mean like by the bland and boring is like sometimes it's kind of the same thing I said about June Farrow almost, except not as often. I didn't feel it as often in Funny Story as I did in June Farrow, but like there'd be times where I'm like, why is this scene in here? Like it's just kind of unnecessary. It doesn't really feel like it has a purpose other than to like push the word count.
I
Um,
feel like Emily Henry takes her time with like making her point across. Like
yeah,
it's not just to get her point across and get the book done. It's like, no, this is it. She really focuses on like character development. And that's why I think some scenes it's like, okay, do we need all of this for like one Sunday that they're going to hang out together or something? But
didn't even really mean that. I like there was a couple of times where with like the library stuff where I felt like this is kind of just dragging on and it doesn't seem like necessary, I guess. Um, but like I don't know. I also know that like there oh my gosh, I can't speak. There has to be there has to be some like slower parts.
yeah,
Um, and maybe I'm just spoiled. Um, 'cause like the book I read literally right after Funny Story, which was Love Song by Elle Kennedy, like at least to me, had zero slow parts at all. It was just like excitement the entire way through, but it also had like subplots that I was really interested in. Maybe it's just like that certain subplots with this one weren't as intriguing to me or
oh yeah,
something.
I want to read that.
It was 516 pages in 4 days. So,
Jeez.
and one of those days, literally one of those days, I could not stop reading it. And I read 300 pages in a single day.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've been struggling lately with reading too, which is like,
Yeah, I feel like I should have already finished a book this month, and like technically I did, but it was the book
mhm.
talking about in another episode, and it's like really, really short, so I almost feel like it doesn't.
Oh, yeah, I want to talk to you about that after this.
Yeah. Yeah, so it just like it's really, really short, so I almost feel like it doesn't count. I also don't know how to rate that one. Like there's a lot of issues with that one. And then like the other books that I'm reading right now, one I haven't started yet, and I need to do that. But then the other one is just written in a slower pace. Um, and so I don't know. I know it's only what, the 9th of June, but I'm like, I should have a book done this month already. Like the month's almost over. It's not. But like I feel like I should already be done with a book this month. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought I would be reading so much whenever, like, since the guys are gone. But I mean, I also, like, Audrey and I have been hanging out a lot and doing things.
Well, it's
But
fun.
still, then I just watch TV. Hi.
Well, I brought, oh my God, mouse. Um, I
We're gonna have a
brought,
visitor.
huh?
We're gonna have a visitor. Can you say hi?
Mouse, Mousie's a little camera shy, but she's under my legs. You want to come up?
Every time I'm sitting here, she wants on my lap. Say hi. Uh, okay.
There's my baby. You're almost a big 3-year old. She turns 3 at the end of this month.
Oh,
Just a baby. Oh, well. And then I drop her and she hisses in Clementine's face. Clementine literally has this look on her face of, what is going on?
Willow and Xander will be 7 in July.
Wow.
Yeah.
So far, soon, Clementine will be the only baby because her birthday isn't until September. So she's the last one. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I feel like there's just so many expectations on readers to like read a lot. And also for the first couple of months of the year, I read a lot of books.
hmm
Like I read like 20 books or something. And so like I just maybe because of that I feel like I should be reading more. Oh, and that's what I was saying. I brought my book on my trip with me that I went on this weekend because I was like, "Oh, we'll have some downtime. I'll be able to read like while my parents are out on the porch or they're like hanging out in the hot tub or whatever because I'm not doing that." Um, and I read 2 chapters.
Yeah.
And I was like, "Are you serious? Like, I know the trip I'm going on this weekend. Maybe on the car ride I'll read some, but like I know on the actual trip itself I won't be because we're going to a music festival. So like I have low expectations for that, but like yeah, I don't know. I have a lot of like I have high expectations that I set on myself about reading.
Yeah. Well, I brought my goal down too, and I'm like still behind on like that goal. So I
Okay.
don't know, but I also like, oh yeah, I wasn't really in a reading mood at the beginning of the year too. It's more into TV.
Yeah, because so far it says I've read 28 books this year, but 2 of them I DNF'd, and for some reason it won't like log that properly. So
Oh
technically
yeah, I forgot about that. That's
it's
good.
26 books. Um, but it still says I'm like 6 books ahead of schedule for the year. So
Um, okay. Should we
oh
call
yeah, we went off on a just general reading tangent, but yeah, let us know your thoughts. Next episode is a very interesting book. Uh, I'm guessing somebody already has opinions on it.
Yeah,
Uh,
I don't think we should do it. That's my opinion.
oh, really?
Yeah, because I
Okay.
think it, yeah,
We'll talk about it.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. We'll see you guys next time.
Bye.